I'd like you all to please close your eyes with me for a second. Imagine that you're back in high school right now. Your parents are driving you to school. As you pull up, you see a police car. You get a little nervous. As your parent parks the car, they are asked to get out of the vehicle. They are arrested right in front of you and taken away. This was a reality for 13-year-old Fatima Aglicia on February 28th of 2017. Her and her mother sobbed as they watched her father be arrested in front of the school when he was dropping her off. I myself am a third-generation Mexican-American. I often hear the struggle my grandparents went through to come to this country for us to have an amazing life. Some of you may be asking, how does immigration relate to me? Well, according to my survey conducted, 80% of you are not from a family of immigrants. Now, I'd like you all to please raise your hand if you're a Native American. So, if you didn't raise your hand and you said no to my survey, you are in fact from a family of immigrants. I know this is kind of a strange thing to think of, but it is a reality. According to the Migration Policy Institute, which is a nonprofit organization that tracks migration, 43.3 million immigrants made up our population in 2016 alone. And according to Anna Ju Kim in the journal Local Environment, which is a journal, article journal that tracks geographical development, immigrants pay $10 billion in taxes each year. For us, that means that they help with our Medicare, Social Security, and even our education. According to the Migration Policy Institute, only 9% of immigrants have jobs in professional fields, which means the remaining 91% of them work in fields such as construction work, factories, and production. What this means for us is that they help develop our country as a whole. They help develop our communities and our neighborhoods. Now that we know why immigrants themselves are important, why is the separation of their families important? I would like you to think of this for a moment. Is it okay to separate a child from their family if the parent has no criminal records, no harm has come to the child or parent, and the parent is in legal status? Your answer is more than likely no. Let's change one minor fact. The parent no longer has legal status. Do you think that this has a different effect for the child? The answer is no. According to the journal article Complex Trauma in Children and Adolescents, which is a journal article that examines family, children, and trauma, separating children from their parents usually interferes with the securement attachment bond that is needed for children to feel secure and safe. This can result in a condition called PTSD for children. Now we know what it's like to separate a child and a parent that is of legal status. Now when you separate a child and parent of illegal status, there is more to come with mental health issues. According to the study, Health and Social Service Needs of U.S. Citizen Children with Detained or Deportated Immigrant Parents, conducted by the Migration Policy Institute, children with detained or deportated parents have more mental health issues that are worsened because they do not have access to communicate with their parents or even live in the same country as them. These include mental illnesses such as anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Now that we know this, how can we help? Well, the first thing is to listen. Listen to these children. What are they saying? What are they asking for? And what have they been through? By doing so, you will be a helping hand for them. You'll let them know that they're not alone and someone is there for them. Another thing you can do is fundraise and donate. If you go to the website imafoster.com, there's locations where you can donate supplies for foster children along with mentored children, because most of the time the children go into foster care when they are detained or deported parents. Now that you know this, how do you help immigrants as a whole? I'm going to be handing out flyers today that have 2 hotlines for immigrants that you can hand out to them, along with 2 donation centers or websites that you can go to. The first would be familiesforfreedom.org. This organization repeals laws, immigration laws, and educates communities. The second is a local one called Florence Immigration Refugee Rights Project. Their website is FIRRP.org, and they give attorney consultations and right classes for immigrants. So how does this look in our future? I'd like you to think about a neighborhood that you've been through that doesn't look the best and is a little rundown. Think of that with the help of immigrants, how this community can blossom. Families can build homes together and won't have to be scared to go outside. All these communities will be advanced and developed through the help of immigrants and their work. Overall, we can see why this is such a huge problem and how it affects not only us, but our community as well. Knowledge is power. I have the websites on the handouts that you can use your mobile phone today to donate. Imagine a reality where children will not be separated from their families and that the contributions of immigrants can blossom. Donate today, educate, and be the change to make America truly the land of the free.